Hey YouTube, I got a special treat for you today. You're wondering what all this gunk on here is, eh? I know I'm a wood butcher, but I can also mess with some electronics when I need to. I had a friend who's a little bit savvy and we figured out a way to control my dust collection ports. So this is just a little taste of what we're going to do. I'm going to go through some more. At some point in time, I'll throw a schematic of what we're doing up on the YouTube thing. Take a picture of it and you can download everything. But basically, we have a 12-volt power supply here. I just used one from that's used for security cameras. Over here, we have some power going into some bus bars, positive, negative. Try not to touch them and zap myself. We have a couple of switches and a couple of relays. So what I want to do is I want to set up buttons that will control my 12-volt linear actuators that I'm using on my 6-inch blast gates. I'm going to go through some more of that, but you saw me in a couple of videos setting everything up. What's going to happen is if I press this button, it's going to open up the blast gate as long as I hold it. When I release it, it'll stop. On the other button, when I press it, it'll close the blast gate. I'm going to set this all up, and the way it's going to be pretty cool is I can go to any tool and press one button to close all the blast gates on all of the tools. And the top button on my little box I'm going to make is going to be able to open just the blast gate for that tool. So as I'm tootling around and doing some work on projects, if I'm using my table saw and then I got to go to the chop saw, I don't have to go and turn off the table saw or change the blast gate to off and then go over to the chop saw. All I do is I grab my chunk of wood, go over the chop saw, press the button to close all the blast gates. If they're closed, they're closed. There'll be no draw on them, which will effectively just close that one other blast gate on the table saw. And then all I get from there, I just open the blast gate for the chop saw I'm using, or the sander, or the bandsaw, or whichever tool I'm using, and boom, I can just keep going. IVAC makes some really great products. They have some automatic blast gates. I'm actually running some of their stuff right now. But man, the 6-inch blast gates are $300 US. That's a lot of work time after taxes to try and afford one of these. I think I got all of this stuff for probably maybe $200 US delivered. I'm going to give this a shot. This is just a little teaser of what I got going. Stay tuned for some better stuff.